I'm Tad Flakey,
I'm Lilibet Flakey.
and this is Pointless Global News. On today's show, neighbors demand answers after rampant masturbation takes over a park in Seattle.
Next, did you know air fryers can heighten arousal?
Finally, what the hell is a fart walk? I'll explain. Now the details. Residents of a Seattle neighborhood are pushing for the city to do something to stop alleged criminal acts, including rampant public masturbation at their local park. A community group, Denny Blaine for All, Denny Blaine being the name of the park, has sued the city over what it says is ongoing and unaddressed illegal activity at the park, which is an unofficial nude beach as well. It's bad activity, said Lee Keller, a spokesperson with the group. He went on to say it's illegal, it's illicit, it's masturbation multiple times a day by men sitting on the wall, sitting in the park, in view of the homes, and in view of everything, and it's never ending, and it's really troubling. Sophie Amity Debs, the co-leader of the Friends of Denny Blaine Community Group, which partners with the city to maintain the park and to deal with issues in the space, agreed that there were ongoing problems, including the masturbation, but also noted that the park is a special place for members of the city's LGBT plus community and is cautioning against too drastic of changes. I think it's one of the relatively few beaches that are a pretty safe place for all groups. It's very inclusive. Deb said that the park had long been a safe place for people in the LGBT plus community to gather and just enjoy the beach. A lot of folks who want to be out in their bodies, so for a lot of queer and trans folks who might face harassment at other types of beaches, Deb said, Denny Blaine is just a really safe place. Debs expressed some concerns that the lawsuit would ban use of the beach altogether. This is not anything about getting rid of nudity, Keller said. Nudity is actually legal in Washington state. That's not what this lawsuit says. We're talking about getting rid of the illegal and illicit activities that include masturbation, inappropriate come-ons to people in the neighborhood, men pulling their parts out and asking women if they want to touch them. That is not legal nudity. That's illegal, and that's what we're asking the city to take care of. Both Debs and Keller agreed that working together to improve the park will yield the best results. What we need to do is to make sure that the illegal activity stops, Keller said. We're not talking about activities that are legal. I'm sure there's common ground between the two groups. Friends of Denny Blaine hopes that the Seattle police officers and park rangers will agree to take part in a training that includes reminders that nudity is not illegal in Washington. The group is planning to host a free bystander intervention training on May 18th. Hopefully, they won't have any air fryers at that bystander intervention training event. And here's Lilibet to tell you why.
Your trusty air fryer just might reawaken something other than your taste buds? This is according to one expert who swears cooking with an air fryer can lead to a heightened state of arousal, unlike any other method of preparing meals. Definitely food for thought for those looking for a bit more sizzle in their lives as the weather heats up. From oysters to strawberries, culinary delights have long been linked to bodily excitement beyond mere taste. The potential thrill of preparing the food in question has traditionally prompted less discussion. So what is it exactly about those nifty ovens that is leaving users weak at the knees, and is there any science behind these so-called air fryer flutters? According to Dr. Eleanor Bryant, Associate Professor of Health and Eating Psychology at the University of Bradford, even the act of anticipating a tasty meal can activate your brain's reward system like nothing else. Dr. Bryant explained, when we anticipate eating delicious food, our brain floods our neural pathways with feel-good chemicals. We're seeing a heightened state of arousal due to the combination of novelty, speed, and ease of cooking, which can be enhanced with using an air fryer. And even before you take a single bite, your body will start to respond in all sorts of intriguing ways. This delicious sense of anticipation kickstarts a range of thrilling biological reactions, including the release of the feel-good motivator chemical, dopamine, as well as the activation of parts of your brain that control emotions and cognition. You'll find that your heart rate increases while your digestive system kicks into action. ready for whatever scrumptious recipe you're whipping up. Although the sensation of anticipating a good meal is as old as time itself, the air fryer flutters is apparently a unique phenomenon on account of the irresistible combo of speed, pride, and health benefits. Dr. Bryan continues. When using an air fryer, you're not just looking forward to something tasty, you're doing it quickly, healthily, and often with a sense of pride. That's a powerful mix. Those flutters are supported by recent findings published in the Journal of Food, Nutrition, and Gastronomy, which concluded that households across the world experienced a specific type of joy, pride, and excitement linked to the using air fryers. Dr. Bryan concluded, fundamentally, our brains love variety, novelty, and simplicity, especially when it leads to positive outcomes. Using an air fryer makes people feel like they're winning at food, making healthier choices that still feel indulgent. This creates a feedback loop. The more you enjoy the process, the more likely you are to repeat it. The uplifting combination of taste, anticipation, and reward prompts a genuine biological thrill that only air fryers can provide.
Well, speaking of biological thrills, it may sound silly, but physicians say farting on the street following a meal can actually help improve long term health. Crop dusting the patio or on the street or a boardwalk can improve intestinal function, according to Dr. Tim Tuatan, an internal medicine physician at New York City's Memorial Sloan Kettering Center for Cancer. Walking after meals does promote intestinal mobility, he explained in an Instagram reel, or movement of our intestines to get rid of gas and prevent constipation. Tiotan said that walking can help to prevent blood sugar spikes, regulate the hormone of insulin better, and lower the risk of cancer. I totally support fart walks, so why do fart walks help, you ask? Well, among other things, it helps to stimulate the bowels. You see, farting is caused by the digestive process and the food that we eat. While the body naturally works to move stool through the intestines, exercise can help aid that process. The bowel does move well on its own, but it moves better when you move, said Dr. Christopher Damon, who is a gastroenterologist at the Digestive Health Center at the University of Washington Medical Center. Moving your body will help stimulate and open up your bowels, he noted. Whether or not you'd rather pass gas while you're outdoors or inside or exercising or not, that's your prerogative. After a meal, diners' blood sugar levels rise immediately as sugars from the food enter the bloodstream. If they've skipped breakfast, well, that can increase blood sugar after lunch and dinner. While the body normally uses insulin to moderate blood sugar, high blood sugar, also known as hyperglycemia, can occur when the body does not produce enough insulin or respond to insulin correctly. The condition can lead to serious complications if it's not treated, including eye damage, kidney problems, and heart disease, according to Yale Medicine. Damon noted that previous studies have suggested exercising immediately after meals can be disproportionately beneficial to regulating blood sugar levels. Some studies have suggested even just 5 minutes of getting your heart rate up, going for a stroll around the neighborhood, doing some jumping jacks, is sufficient to blunt the post-meal spike in blood sugar levels, although people should not exercise to levels of discomfort. Exercise of any kind can help lower the risk, although when people do it is crucial, according to Damon. It's important to fart walk within an hour of a meal. If you wait too long, you'll miss the spike because it starts going up within minutes after you eat when the stomach starts to empty into the small intestine, where all the nutrients, including glucose, get absorbed into the blood. You get more bang for the buck if you walk after meals and play some ass music. And now you know why I go for walks after dinner, too. It helps me prevent cancer and diabetes, right, a little bit?
Right, that's what you say. Well, I've got a couple of comments about this. First of all, my air fryer isn't doing anything for me, so I must be missing something there. I don't know what people are getting out of it, but I'm not getting it. And also, why should just an after dinner walk be a fart walk? Why can't all walks be fart walks? I have one issue, though, with people who like to crop dust in the grocery store.
And that is?
And that is, I'm there looking at foods, thinking of what I'm going to prepare, and then you walk into this cloud of stink and disgust. So if people could please limit their fart walking and crop dusting to outdoors, this person would really appreciate it.
Yeah. So unfortunately, some people, I think, get a kick out of doing it indoors. Who knows why? But, that's for science to figure out, right?
Right. Just not at the grocery store, please.
Or anywhere else indoors. And that's going to be a wrap for another Pointless Global News. Be sure to follow us wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Tad Flaky.
I'm Lilibet Flaky.
Stay pointless, my friend. Oh, no. Not in a poorly ventilated podcast studio.